Hi, my name is Haziq, and this is my EM2 assignment. So, starting off, my claim is that Singaporeans spend an average of 6 hours and 49 minutes online daily. And I got this claim by reading the social media statistic article by Meltwater. And here it says the average daily time spent using the internet is 6 hours and 49 minutes. So, to validate this claim at a 5% significance level, I did a Google form and collected the data of the average daily screen time of people around me, recorded it in column A from A9 to A39 over here, where this is my Google form, and after filtering through the responses, it comes to about 31. And after filtering and converting the hours and minutes into decimal places, this is what you get in column 8. Moving on to the hypothesis, my null hypothesis is that the population mean is equal to 6 hours and 49 minutes, or 6.82 after conversion. And my alternative hypothesis is that population mean is not equal to 6 hours and 49 minutes. Why I didn't choose one tail test is because I want to see both outcomes. I want to see which in both directions whether there's any difference. And whether I'm using a z-test or t-test, I'm using a t-test because the population standard deviation was not given in the article, and t-test best suits those needs. Moving on to sample size, I calculated sample size by just using the count function from A9 to A39. And same thing goes for sample mean. I just use the average function for the same column, and sample standard deviation formula dot s for sample for A9 to A39. Now, to test the claim at 5% significance level, the population mean is just equal to what's given in the article, and since standard deviation is not given, this part is blank, and the significance level is just 5% converted into decimal, which is 0.05. Then for the test statistic, I calculated the formula myself by referring to this formula in the summary sheet where it says the t-test is x bar minus mu over s divided by square root of n, which is the same thing here, the average minus the population mean divided by the standard deviation divided by square root of sample size. Next, for the p-value, is calculated by TIST.2t, which stands for two-tail, which is the two-tail test that I'm doing, and C25, which is the t-test, and n minus 1, which you can see over here. Now, my comparison and decision include n. My conclusion is that the test statistic is 1.738 after rounding to 3 decimal place, and the p-value is above 0.05. And since this is the case, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This indicates that there's insufficient evidence to suggest that the average screen time for Singaporeans is different from the claim 6.82 hours. Therefore, the claim that Singaporeans spend an average of 6 hours and 49 minutes online daily is supported. Now, to find the 95% confidence interval for the population mean, we need the significance level again, which we know is 0.05, and the marginal error, which is confidence.t, and then the significance level, standard deviation of the sample, and sample size again, which this formula comes from, again, the summary sheet here, confidence.t. And calculating the lower limit and upper limit, we get 6.662 and 8.785. What this means is that the 95% confidence interval for the population mean is between 6.662 and 8.785. So if we were to get the screen times of people a few times, then 95% of the time, we will get a result in between these two numbers. And that's all for me. Thank you.